For decades, the baseline of the American penal system was defined by a single physical act. A sentence meant confinement and isolation from the world. But time served in a vacuum rarely addresses the reasons a person was arrested in the first place. Holding someone in a cell does nothing to solve a lack of education, the weight of past trauma, or an untreated addiction. In Virginia, the correctional model has moved away from that isolation-only approach. As of 2026, the state treats rehabilitation not as an optional addition to a sentence, but as a core requirement of the system itself. To manage this at scale, the Department of Corrections runs more than 125 different programs. These are organized into 3 specific categories: academic schooling, vocational job training, and cognitive behavioral therapy. When the factors that lead to crime remain unaddressed, the likelihood of a person returning to the system increases. Addressing those risks while someone is still in custody is a practical tool for preventing future offenses and protecting the community. In Virginia, rehabilitation follows 2 separate paths depending on sentence length. The first path is state prisons, allowing a consistent, multi-year sequence of programs. The second path is local jails, where shorter stays means services change based on staffing and local funding. Because of this difference in time, the state has to engineer its interventions differently. A 10-year sentence allows for a slow build toward a degree, while a few months in jail requires a focus on rapid stabilization. For those in the state system, the timeline allows for deep sentence work in vocational shops. Incarcerated individuals can earn certifications in trades like automotive technology, barbering, and building maintenance. While a trade provides a way to earn a living, the system also addresses the psychological patterns behind criminal behavior. VADOC's behavioral correction program targets this directly, focusing on personal accountability and the mechanics of decision-making. This cognitive work is so central to the state's strategy that successful completion of the program is required before a person can be cleared for release. Local jails, however, don't have the luxury of time. The high turnover rate means staff have to prioritize immediate triage over long-term classroom instruction. To meet that need, Virginia uses targeted initiatives like the Jail Mental Health Pilot Program to provide care for those with mental illness, alongside medication-assisted treatment for individuals facing severe substance use disorders. This shows that effective rehabilitation isn't a single classroom. It's a network of different services that must be matched to an individual's specific risks and needs. The most critical phase begins during the final 7 months of a state-responsible sentence. This is when VADOC activates its intensive reentry program. Also known as a cognitive community, this program shifts focus away from general education and toward the practicalities of the outside world. During this window, daily life is built around peer support and workforce readiness. Participants work closely with corrections staff to ensure they are physically and mentally prepared for civilian life. As the prison gate approaches, the state strategy pivots from internal behavioral change to external survival. Walking out of a correctional facility and back into civilian life is often a moment of extreme vulnerability. Without immediate support, the practical barriers can be overwhelming. A lack of housing, a missing state ID, or the absence of health coverage can quickly lead a person back into the same circumstances that caused their incarceration. Virginia uses the PAPIS grant program to bridge this gap. It provides the funding necessary to connect people leaving local and regional jails with the community resources they need to stay out. This program secures active case management, assists with Medicaid enrollment, and helps with direct employment placement to ensure the transition is permanent. The results are measurable. VADOC reports that recidivism rates are significantly lower for individuals who successfully complete these final stage reentry programs compared to those who do not. Virginia's network of rehabilitation and reentry proves that when the state invests in a person's success on the outside, it is using an evidence-based tool to make the entire community safer.